Hello everyone, welcome to the market outlook for the week. Gaurang Shah here from Geojit Financial Services, and as I speak to you this Monday morning at around about 11 o'clock, markets have started off the week with a positive note. Of course, last week was a little bit choppy and volatile, and Friday we saw a correction come in both Sensex, Nifty, Bank Nifty, Mid Cap across the leading indices. Last week, why was it choppy? Because last week, Monday, Tuesday, we saw a good start. Intraday, we saw a little bit of ground being lost, but by the time the market closed, we did recover. Then followed by Wednesday and Thursday, a slight bit of volatility, but a little bit of positive bias. And the entire gains were wiped out on Friday when we saw a little bit of meaningful correction come in. Healthy for the market, as always, we've been maintaining that after a run up and achieving a new high, historically speaking, markets have given up the gains that we've seen, and that's what exactly reflected. But good to see a positive start this morning. Just to give you the levels on the indices, Sensex is up about 300 points, 65,580 is the level on Sensex. Nifty is up about 94 points, 19,425. Nifty Bank or Bank Nifty up about 90 points, 45,015 is the level on Bank Nifty or Nifty Bank. To familiarize you a little bit, levels on the currency, rupee dollar as well as NYMEX, Brent and NYMEX. Rupee is trading with a little bit of strength. Of course, last week we did see quite a lot of weakness on the rupee against the dollar, but this morning we are witnessing some strength, and the strength is about 0.15 paise. The level is 82.60 rupees to a dollar. Brent, after seeing last week uptick, we've seen some cooling off. $78.06 to a barrel is Brent, and NYMEX is trading at about $73.42 to a barrel. This is after the data from US and China has come out. But having said that, there is also some statements flying around, not confirmed, that the OPEC plus nations are thinking of another cut to put in and give a little bit of a push upwards to the crude oil prices. Remains to be seen what is the quantum of production cut that the OPEC plus nations are planning, which will come to know in due course of time. Now, going forward for the week, well, of course, day after, that is 12th of July, we'll see the curtain raiser for the first quarter of earnings this financial year, with TCS announcing its numbers. And we'll see other companies follow for the next almost about 25, 30 days or maybe more. Direction, if any, would definitely be taken from the Q1 earnings. Again, that is going to be absolutely stock specific and company specific, depending upon how the numbers unfold for the first quarter this financial year. And of course, this week is going to be heavy week for the markets. We have almost about 4 IPOs coming, new IPOs, new papers, and we have 6 odd listing. One of them got listed this morning. So I think it's going to be a busy week for the markets, along with, of course, the earnings season. Monsoon season, well, nothing to complain. I think there's been a substantial amount of catch up by monsoon after a little bit of slow start, and hope that the month of July and August will also not disappoint. And more importantly, the distribution of monsoon is even, especially with focus in agri dominated areas. So overall on the markets, I think it's going to be a range bound move. Uh, and let us spend some time over here before we start moving our journey up north. And it's always prudent to see a little bit of consolidation and profit booking, thereby giving opportunities for all those investors who have lost out opportunity to come and invest into the market. For on another data point, well, the number of depository accounts that were opened were again at a record high level. Last week we had the data coming out, and it was quite interesting to see the record number of depository accounts being opened. It only shows that more and more people are now getting familiar with what equity markets are all about and are wanting to invest into equity markets, either direct or via mutual fund SIPs or lump sum investments. So I think it's encouraging, and I think slow and steady, if we see increase of depository accounts being opened, I think the total percentage of population that participates into equity market investments is also likely to go up, and that's going to be a healthy sign. As always, friends, we give you two investment ideas. Two of them again today are from different sectors altogether. One is from fertilizer sector, other one is from an auto sector. Chambal fertilizer is the first investment idea. Given the onset of monsoon and the focus on the government to increase the agri productivity, more crop per drop, I think fertilizer sectors are, and it's not only seasonal now. I think it's not only dominated by monsoon season. That's what I meant to say. I think it's going to be a more a year-round affair for the fertilizer company with the renewed activity and focus and policy changes by the government. So the first investment idea is Chambal Fertilizers. The second one is a two-wheeler stroke commercial vehicle manufacturing company, which was in the news last week for the wrong reason, post the launch of Bajaj Triumph as well as Hero Harley, 440cc from Hero Harley and 400cc from Bajaj Triumph. There was a little bit of concern for a company called Eicher Motors, which manufactures Royal Enfield motorcycles, RE as we call it, that the competition is going to be quite tough. And we saw a meaningful and a sizable correction come into Eicher Motors. But the dominance in the mid-stroke high segment was, is, and will be of Eicher Motors via Royal Enfield motorcycles. And not to forget, the post these two launches from Hero Harley as well as Bajaj Triumph, Eicher Motors, two-wheeler head of departments have come out and said that they are also readying themselves with two or three more new launches to compete with these two variants. So it will be an interesting launch time to see as and when these launches are unveiled and put in front of public. But the reason why we are advising to invest in Eicher Motor is the opportunity. Opportunity in terms of the correction that we saw last week on fallback of two new launches, as I mentioned. And if you believe in the growth story, then and it's not that the Royal Enfield motorcycles dominate one particular geography of India. It is spread across the nation, pan India, east, west, north, south. You go, and more importantly, I think the demand from semi-urban and rural India for the Royal Enfield motorcycles is going up steadily. And looking at the opportunity of this correction, we are advising to invest in Eicher Motors. Mind you, friends, both these recommendations, as always, are fundamental recommendations. They are from a long-term point of view, and the definition of long-term is at least 1.5, 2 year plus kind of time horizon. These are not short-term, medium-term investment ideas or trading ideas. So please bear this in mind. And as always, start your investment with a sum amount, maybe about 25-30%, depending upon your risk appetite. And gradually, as you get correction in the market or in these two stocks, you can increase your investment. But please bear in mind, these are fundamental long-term investment ideas. Thank you very much for your patience hearing, and I'll see you again next week. Till then, please do take care of yourself. Bye-bye.